So I'm baling up here where I was baling with the John Deere yesterday, and so far I've had pretty good luck with the pickup header. I did replace some tines this morning, which is normal wear and tear stuff. I am actually running this machine at the same pressure I was running the John Deere yesterday, at 1400 PSI. And if you notice, like I said in the other video, that this is a much busier screen. I don't know if it's because it's smaller, more compact, or what, but it's a much smaller screen. And I like this screen, don't get me wrong. It's very comfortable to look at. It tells me everything that's going on. But there's a huge waste of space right here. There's supposed to be a space for a video camera right there, which I don't have that video camera. But I think that if New Holland would take that away and have this part as an option on their screen, it would be a lot nicer on the video or on the display. What I'm going to do here is I'm almost done, and when I'm done with this field, there's an opening down there where there's a bale that was made by the John Deere, and of course I'm making these with the New Holland behind me. You know, I made that video the other day and I was really pissed about this New Holland baler pickup, because it has been a huge disappointment for me, the pickup on this baler, because honest to God, I think this baler packs a really nice bale. I mean, right now they're averaging dry weight under 15% moisture. We're talking probably, I don't know what the percentage is of moisture. I think it's around 12 is what Carl's been telling me. They've been sticking at about 12%. I'm pretty sure that's about where they were. They don't dock you till you hit 22%, but they dock you down to 20. But anyway, that being said, this baler has been packing bales that are around, somewhere around 1,400 pounds, probably averaging somewhere around 1,400, 13, 14, 1,500 pounds, which I could make them heavier. I really could, but I don't like to beat the hell out of the baler, even though I don't think it's beating it up. It's just, there's only so many pounds you can put on a truck without, being overloaded, and we're pretty much at the max at 25 tons, and I'm running anywhere from 23.5 to 25 tons right now with 36 bales of hay. So you can do the math. Yeah, but when I'm done with this field, I'm actually going to go over and I'm going to kick a bale that I produced with this baler, and then I'm going to walk through the fence row and we're going to kick a bale and take a pretty good in-depth look at the bale that the John Deere produced. In a perfect world, I would have had both balers up here baling side by side, and we would have put them through their paces, and it would have been really cool to do. But I gotta say, and I'm looking at these bales that I'm making with the New Holland, and I was able to stand next to the John Deere baler as a bale dropped off the back of the baler. And a lot of times you'll see the bale flex when it comes off the bale chute onto the ground. And the first thing I noticed when it did that, when the bale dropped, was that the bale did not flex. I'm not saying that the New Holland bale does not flex, but every time I've ever seen a New Holland baler bale, there's always this little bit of a scooch. I call it a scooch at the end of the bale, where it kind of pops up a little bit from hitting the ground, whereas the John Deere baler didn't do that. So I'm pretty sure, and I'm not 100% sure, but I do have enough hay baled with the John Deere baler to throw 36 bales up on a truck and take it down to the mushroom barn and get a weight on it. And I also have a platform scale that I can weigh them out on. And I'm not going to say 100% sure, but I'm 99.9% sure that there's more hay in that bale from the John Deere baler than there is from this New Holland. And, that just means I can use lighter baling twine, because I don't want to put too much hay in a bale and, be overweight all the time with 36 bales. Now, I guess I could leave hay off the trailer and be okay with that, which would be fine by me. I don't mind, but I don't really want to do that. But anyways, I'm going to shut this off now, and then when I'm done with this field, we'll go over and compare bales. So here's the New Holland bale. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a look at it. Now this bale obviously was just dropped, and it's a solid bale. Got nice tension on the string. A little more on the outside than the inside, which is natural. Pretty decent square cut bale. This is actually, yeah, what is it? Yeah, the material, it has some stalk material in it from last year, which I'm not thrilled about, but it disappears when it gets in the bale. It just kind of crushes it up because it's at that point in the stage of decomposition that you can't even see it in there. But this is fescue, and it is annual rye. And you can see the lines and stuff. But the bale looks pretty damn good, if you ask me. I mean, it's a decent bale. It's about the same size as the John Deere bale, and you know, packed real tight. I mean, really tight. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk over to the other side where the John Deere bale is made, and yeah, just walk over there, and we'll just kind of take a look at it. And usually a bale that is baled the day before has time to relax a little bit, and it's going to look a little furrier than, I mean, hairier, you know, like with stuff sticking out of it, than a bale that was freshly baled. So I'm going to leave it up to you to decide what you think of the John Deere bale. And I can also go into, as I'm walking over here, to your Centro, as to slice size. Thickness of the slice. Again, same material. You can see the lines where it's fescue and annual rye. Obviously, it seems to be doing pretty good here. I planted it this spring, same stuff. Now, this bale here is baled by the John Deere baler, and it's definitely a different look to the bale. You can see it's got this stalk material into it, but I don't know if you can tell the difference in the noise. Now this bale should have relaxed some, but I'm telling you right now, that bale is tighter. That bale is tighter. It's a little longer, which should also equal into a little longer, but it should equal into a looser bale. You can see it's nice and square. This is the same size bale as the New Holland makes. Same height, same width, and just a tiny bit longer. Looks very similar, but the difference is that it has thinner slices. Each one of these represents a slice. You can see it. This, 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 this. So each one of these slices is about, let's see, I think he said about 1.5 inches thick. Now, the New Holland, for that length bale, and I'm saying this is only maybe 3 inches longer, the New Holland for this length bale produces about 32 strokes per bale. There's between 48 and 51 strokes in that bale. So the John Deere baler strokes faster, but it's also making a thinner sliced bale. Now, I don't know, this bale's been baled for more than 24 hours, and I'm just going to show you. You tell me, what do you think? Do you think this is a squarer bale than the first one? Or do you think it's a, you know, comparable, same thing? My opinion is it's a squarer, tighter bale. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to shut this camera off. I'm going to walk back over to the New Holland bale, and I'm going to walk around just like that. This is the New Holland bale. And as you can see, I'm going to get to the other side, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. It's a square bale. But you'll see the thickness of the slices. See? This one, this one, this one, this one. So probably two, in 4 slices, there's probably 2 extra ones on the John Deere. You can just see that the slices are thicker. Now, anybody that knows anything about baling hay, and this is actually the same length as the one out there. You know anything about baling hay, the thinner the slice, the tighter the bale. I'm not saying this is a loose bale, but I'm telling you, that John Deere's tighter. Now, the difference between the John Deere baler and the New Holland baler is a longer bale chamber. and it has a different compression system. So, but anyway, that's the comparison. That's the conclusion with the bales. I actually think the John Deere baler is capable of baling a tighter bale. There goes a deer running out across the field. At least I think it's a deer. Or is that a dog? It's a dog. Anyway, somebody's walking up on me and I gotta pee. Anyways, thanks for watching. Please comment, rate, and subscribe.